The Knicks are making moves. New York just re-signed the perfect player for this roster. G League rising star, Chuma Okeke. But now that they re-signed him, they're going to be forced to make a major roster decision come March 1st. We're going to break down all of these latest reports today. But before we get started, about 54% of you watching this video right now are not subscribed to the channel. We have a new goal of trying to reach 50,000 subscribers, and we could really use your support. If you enjoy daily Knicks content like this, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button because it could really support all the great content that we're creating for you. And now, let's get started. The Knicks re-signed Chuma Okeke. New York making huge decision. The Knicks did exactly what I wanted them to do once the Philadelphia 76ers made the foolish decision to waive him. Sign Chuma Okeke. He is the perfect player for this roster and really any NBA team given his skill set. And the Knicks did not waste any time. Once the Philadelphia 76ers waived and released him, the Knicks went ahead and re-signed him to a contract for the Westchester Knicks. Shout out to the Westchester Knicks on the app X for announcing the following information. According to them, the Westchester Knicks reacquired Chuma Okeke via returning rights. So there you have it. The Knicks finally get Chuma back after the Philadelphia 76ers waive him. I said it before and I will say it again. Chuma is Josh Har 2.0. He is basically a walking triple-double. He can pass. He can rebound. He can score. He's 3-and-D. He can defend. He is absolutely a Tom Thibodeau guy, a Tom Thibodeau player. And he's never going to complain about minutes or his role. Whatever you need him to do when he's out there on the floor, he's going to do it with a smile on his face. Who else does that remind you of in the starting unit? Let's see here. Oh, yeah, Josh Hart. That's why he's Josh Hart 2.0, because the attitude, the commitment, the hustle, the fact that he'll do just about everything on the court, whether you ask him to do it or not. It is a lot of the tendencies that Josh Hart has. So in my opinion, Chuma is the player the Knicks need to add to this roster. But now, since the Knicks made this signing, it's clear. They do like Chuma Okeke, but something else is also clear. They like TJ Warren as well, too. And come March 1st, the Knicks are going to be forced to make a decision. Which player are they going to sign and add to this team? Well, if you've been watching this channel and listening to NBA insider Ian Begley, I think we all know who might take that 15th and final roster spot. And if they're playing in Westchester, there is one player to watch. Shout out to Ian Begley with SNY for giving us the following information. 15th roster spot. TJ Warren had a franchise record 47 points for the Westchester Knicks on Friday in their win over Cleveland. The Knicks will be eligible to sign a veteran free agent like Warren on March 1st because the prorated veterans minimum will fit under the second apron. New York's team salary is capped at the second apron at $188.9 million. And shout out to Let's Talk Knicks on the app X for giving us this piece of information as well, too. The Knicks can sign a free agent to what's known as a rest of the season contract on February 28th rather than March 1st because of reducing their team salary by $4,825 in the Jericho Sims trade. Even though the Knicks can sign a player before March 1st, I doubt that they're going to do that. They're likely going to sign the player that they want on March 1st because that is the best case scenario for their cap. And if you know anything about the Knicks, they are not going to jeopardize the cap and their situation they have with it at this point in time. Brock Aller and his magic and the way he's been able to handle the cap for the Knicks has not gone unnoticed. In fact, everybody understands the Knicks are trying to watch the cap and make sure they stay under the second apron. They do not want to go into that. And everything they're doing, all the moves they're making is to ensure that they do not head in that direction. However, If you have praise coming from head coach Tom Thibodeau, that might go a long way in you being added to this team. And as far as praise goes, TJ Warren, as of right now, is undefeated. One thing is clear here. TJ Warren has a fan in head coach Tom Thibodeau, and that could be the difference in who makes the team or not. According to head coach Tom Thibodeau, I have a lot of respect for TJ Warren and what he's doing. Warren, again, is a 9-year NBA vet. Warren has spent the season in Westchester after being waived by the Knicks at the end of the preseason, according to NBA insider Ian Begley. Thibodeau continues here by stating he's had a terrific year, and he's been great down there. For our young guys to watch somebody like that, who loves the game, great teammate, and obviously he's been terrific on the floor. I have a lot of respect for what he's doing. If that's not enough, Ian Begley gives us the following update. On March 1st, the Knicks will have enough room under the second apron to add a prorated veterans minimum contract. I do believe TJ Warren is going to get consideration for that role. Chuma Okeke, TJ Warren, whoever makes the team, I'll be perfectly happy with that. But if I had a choice in the matter, it would always be Chuma. Again, age, athleticism, what he can do on the floor, his role, what we need on this team, and what he can provide this team. TJ Warren is great, but really at one thing. And when he comes to this team off the bench, he is not going to get that many opportunities to light up the opposing team on offense. Not that many shots to go around. So if he's not getting that many shots, if he's not going to be capable of doing what he's doing in Westchester, then find somebody else who's going to be able to have their game translate a little bit better once they come to the NBA level and translate in a way that you need. We don't need more scorers. Honestly, we don't. We need more players who can score, but can also defend, can rebound, can play make, can do just a little bit of everything on the floor when they're out there, when they're given time, no matter how much time they're given. Chuma, for me, checks all the boxes more than TJ Warren does. And in my opinion, what the Knicks should do is buy out DeLon Wright, add Chuma, and add Moses Brown. Those two are the players that deserve a spot on this team. Chuma being back with the Knicks is music to my ears. It's what I wanted to see, and it's absolutely great. But now, like I said earlier on in the show, it's going to force the Knicks to make a major roster decision. And I'm sure it's a decision they did not want to make. But now they're going to have to. Do they go with the youth in Chuma, who's also proven has some NBA level experience as well too, and gives the Knicks more or less what they could utilize right now? Or do they go with TJ Warren, the 9-year vet? That's going to be the choice, and that's going to be up to Leon Rose, this Knicks front office, and of course, head coach Tom Thibodeau. Now, I may want Chuma. I may want Moses Brown. But in my heart, I believe, and I think you guys know as well too, it's likely going to be TJ Warren. I don't have a huge problem with that, but I would rather the Knicks add players that actually give us what we need right now. TJ gives you more scoring than anything else. We don't need a legit scorer right now, but because he's a vet, a 9-year vet, given all the praise Tom Thibodeau has said about him, all the praise that we just reviewed, he is scoring like a machine in Westchester. He has been given all of this praise by a number of teams that have seen him in Westchester. He has been the talk of the G League. Given all of these factors, I think it's only a matter of time before TJ is a Knick and makes the main team. And on March 1st, I expect that to happen. But hopefully, the Knicks shock me and surprise me and go with Chuma instead. Because honestly, that's the better move. And why would you bring Chuma back to Westchester if you're not even going to consider him for the main roster? I think this decision is going to be a lot harder than most people think it's going to be, because Chuma is the player that we need. I know that, the Knicks know that, and Tom Thibodeau knows that. The problem is, do you go with experience, or do you go with some experience, some youth, but a lot of upside? Leon Rose, that's a question that I'm waiting for you to answer. In the next few days, once March 1st comes, I'm sure we're going to get that answer. But what about you guys? What do you think about the Knicks bringing back and re-signing Chuma Okeke? And how do you feel about New York now being forced to make a major roster decision? Do they go with the youth in Chuma, or do they go with the experienced vet, a 9-year vet in TJ Warren? Let me know in the comments section below, guys, because honestly, I would love to hear from you. But that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and smash that like button, leave a comment below. And of course, guys, please subscribe to the channel. Until next time, Knick fans, take care of yourself, your families, and each other. Peace and love.